Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Derwent. We are not far now from the 2 nautical mile mark, and we are with Smuggler. Jake Newman just pointing out to Sebi Bomb where the finish line is. You can see him tapping his fingers on the steering wheel. The tunes are rocking. We're going to bring this beautiful JV 52 into the finish. Now we have an incredibly special guest on board. We've managed to rip her off the dock and her duties behind the scenes with Smuggler. Juzzy's on. Her tip is very special. Seb's Smuggler is definitely a favourite. They've been going incredibly well. One, a shout out to Navigendi, David Vendend. Then Nicholas Armstrong is doing his 11th Hobart. Timmy Davis is doing his 18th. Brad Dodd's doing his 5th. Will Howard doing his 19th. Macca's doing his 25th. Don McPhee is 8th. Don McRae 13th. Harry Miller his 2nd. Jake Newman his 16th. Palazzi doing his 6th. Morgan White his 11th. Tommy Warmold doing his 5th. And Sebi Bombs doing his 10th on the wheel. Absolutely. Bring on. We're doing about 12 knots of boat speed for those who are interested. He's arced up now. 13 knots. Putting her on. At 0. At Juzzy. Just coming in behind to give you a little bit of a different view here, ladies and gents. You can see here everyone just chatting Sebi through the final stages of this race. You can see the 2 nautical mile beacon just to our left. Then we'll pass the Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania. Shout out to all of the incredible Taswegian volunteers and those who have come all the way down to assist with this race. And then we'll have the nautical mile beacon. And into the finish we will go, basically on board with them here. Absolutely beautiful boat. Sebi giving us his quintessential hand gesture in the nicest possible way, of course. So good. Down to about 10 knots of boat speed now. It's quite light. They're absolutely motoring for the current breeze conditions. That code 0 trimmed beautifully. And the crew just gently going down to leeward. We are coming in to the part of the Derwent where this wind can get a little bit land affected. There's a hill to our left and the breeze is popping over the hill, the southwester, so hey mate. Can hear the tunes now from on board. Subwoofers in full swing. The crew all the way down to leeward. It looks like their instruments are off. Really good spot there, Joshy, our videographer from the back. Guessing there's a little bit of an electrical fault on board. We've seen a few of those. It was probably Juzzy that actually told Josh about that. Really light through this patch here. I'm not sure if you can hear the tunes. I can. They're absolutely launching. Copy that. Oof, super light here. We'll just give them a little bit of breathing room while they hopefully get a little bit more breeze. 5 knots of boat speed starting to pick up now. They had a really good run last year. She finished 11th overall and won Division 1 last year, so... Joshy's having fun at the back of the rib posing for photographs on a fellow media boat. It's Jake. Jake taking a few pictures of us from Bow Caddy. We're all friends in the media. Love it. Oh, come on, Breeze. Let's bring these guys home. And Juzzy saying, yes, please, in the back. It's one of those races where I can get almost up to touching them. Perfect. Apparently we're getting a little bit of tune in the feed, so I might have to back up a bit. Don't want to lose the feed here. Facebook might block us if we've got un-royalty-free music, so we'll just rock in a bit behind. It's all good. A little bit of a call from the back of the boat there that Smuggler is an anti-streaming device. They've got a blocker, natural blocker with the tunes. As you can tell, ladies and gents, it's been a long day and we're ready for a sleep again, and we will have a rest after this. Of course, we had to bring you the live finish of Smuggler, but we will be heading in after this finish to edit all of the reels and highlights that we've had so far with the latest 4 finishes. It's been a busy afternoon. Tomorrow will be busier, however. Just got a feeling. Now, overnight, it does look like Antipodes is due to finish at about 2 a.m. Big header on the bow here for Smuggler. Looks like they're starting to hoist a jib now. There goes the jib. A little bit of heel on there. Oh, great work on board. Up goes the jib. And then they'll be ready to head into the finish. About 1.8 nautical miles to go, almost in line with the casino. Now, as I was mentioning, overnight, it looks like Antipodes is due at about 2 a.m. And I'm not sure whether we'll head out for that, given that it's incredibly tough for you all to see the live finishes when it is pitch black. As you saw with the line honours finish, it's actually better with line honours because we do have big spots that we are allowed to shine on the boats, but I try really hard not to shine lights when they're sailing. It's so hard to see, as you will know if you've spent any time at sea, when a light is shone at you. So it's likely that we will continue live coverage from sunrise, perhaps just before sunrise, and that will be Jaybird Ocean Crusaders. So we'll keep you posted overnight on what's happening. We've got a lot of images to come from all of the finishes that we've filmed today. There's a few galleries stacking up thanks to Wendell. He's been working hard. And Josh will be jumping in the editing booth as soon as we get back too. So stand by. If you want to see all of the content in one spot, you can just head to sailorgirlhq.com and we have a blog running where you can find all of the action and get yourself up to date. Code 0 away, onto the jib. And there is a little bit of breeze now coming, a little bit more out of that westerly direction, which is why they've been headed. But they will have pressure on the bow in about a boat length and a half. Counting down 10 seconds, a little bit more of a header. All good out here. Doing 8 knots now, starting to pick up speed again. Good. And small bow in. There she goes, picking up now. Now, this continues to build as they head into the finish. It's It's getting increasingly colder as well, just in case you were all wondering. That code 0, they're just starting to flick it around the bow now, and they'll bring her down, get rid of that excess windage. Another increase in pressure in about 20 seconds time. On the bow. 3, 2, 1. Pressure. Woo! For a little up, get that code 0 on the bow. And they'll pop away. As the breeze comes on, you can see the main ragging there even is definitely increased. Wind to about 8 knots. No doubt. A bit wet as we head up the Joe. Potentially a few tacks in this. We're just going to stick tight on their hammer here, ladies and gents, so we don't get too wet to leeward as we did with Caro and No Limit. Great finish with Whisper as well. They're the finishes that we've had so far this evening. 7th across the line was the Bowton 52 Caro. And Smuggler looks to finish 8th across the line. 11th last year, an improvement on line honours though. We are all being quite reflective, and I guess it's important to honour those that won't make it to Hobart. So we're sort of in between a rock and a hard place. I know we all really are feeling it as a community, but at the same time celebrating those who are making it to Hobart as part of ocean racing and this incredibly challenging sport that makes a big difference to a lot of people. 9 knots of boat speed, up to 10 there in the max of that puff. I think they're going to try and go 1 and in here, heading out to this right-hand side. That sun is going down rather quickly. Perfect timing here so to get in and have a refreshment. Yes, there's Juzzy at the back. Absolutely. So we've been on the water since before sunrise, and it's now sunset. Back comes the sailbag. A jib's a nice one. Looking beautiful. Totally in the mode. I can see the finish line. We're about a nautical mile away now. There's a lot of starboard tack to go though, well out on the right hand side of this river. Big puff on now. A little bit of a lift too. That's going to help. So they're probably looking for a header in about, say, 45 seconds to a minute's time so they can flop over and head back towards the middle of the track. About 12 to 14 knots. All on the rail, apart from one trimmer to leeward now. I think there's a few down the hatch as well, just tidying up. Juzzy's told me she doesn't want to get put on board the boat because they can clean up their own mess before she gets on to fix it all up. And a shout out to Jen Bomb if she is watching too. She's probably giggling at that. Fair's fair. Few waves. There we go. All right. Just get set up for attack here, ladies and gents. big header. And not far off a ley line either. About 8 of a nautical mile to go now, maybe less. Well out of starboard ley line. They're going to send one. They don't want to have to do attack by looks of things, so they will have to attack immediately onto port to finish off the race. They'll probably do a similar to everybody else that we've seen finish thus far and go up into the corner of the port to finish off packing up their boat before they head into Constitution Dock. For those who have just joined us, we have Smuggler front and centre, tunes playing, breeze on, heading into the finish. Just easing the main off there, getting ready for tack, tacking off. Will see the beautiful Royal Yacht Club of Tasmania just to the right of your screen, the host club for the finish. Still got the code 0 on the deck down to leeward. Can just see the furlong. Oh, chilly. Not far to go now. Team is pretty for me, for you at home. Really today. It's such a good venue. Amelia, who's on the never been to Hobart before, and the amount of time she said such pretty scenery today in her palm accent has been absolutely adorable. The Sebi Bomb doing his 10th Rolex Sydney Hobart. Not sure what the overall results look like at the moment. I'm just going to have a little sneak peek. They will be the 7th to cross the line, as I mentioned, on IRC. Obviously, Celestial, the Volvo 70, is well out in front. Law Connect looks to have solidified second. Wild Thing 100 in third, then Caro in fourth, and Smuggler in fifth, which we just had a little chat to Adrian Jack right-hand man in regard media at least on Caro, and we're pretty certain that they would put Division 1 away, and I believe Smuggler will finish in second. So very tight in IRC Division 1. Smuggler in fifth overall at the moment with less than a mile. Whisper in Mistral currently in seventh. Limit in eighth. And Midnight Rambler currently in ninth, with Kokodi currently in 10th. Then we have a plethora of smaller boats to come. As I mentioned, overnight we expect Eddies to in the early hour of the morning for their and what manage team a little. We're going to actually extend forward here now, guys, so that we can get across there. Oh no, Joshy, I'll ask Joshy, what side would you like to film for our highlights packages? This side? Copy that. Got light behind them. A little bit of backlighting, hey? Bingo. So for those who are unaware, first on line on us was Law Connect, followed by Celestial, the Volvo 70, then Wild Thing 100, followed by David Griffiths, Whisper, then No Limit, David Goats, Caro and Smuggler. Those four we've won the past among a bit of a step back to a little bit of back. They definitely had patches of no wind down the east coast of Tasmania, and again this afternoon on the southeastern corner. Tough going after incredibly tough sailing. There are tunes playing. I can just see a few people saying, are there tunes playing? There are, and we've actually distanced ourselves because we didn't want the stream to drop, because if we pick up music that isn't royalty free on Facebook, sometimes they drop the stream. So we're actually going to make sure that we get them absolutely crossing the line. And for those who know Juzzy, she's just sitting behind us, and we managed to rip her off the dock and get her out here, which I know the team were very excited about. And then just making sure you get this full picture. Might have another media boat pop into our shot here. They're all trying to get a similar shot, which is Smuggler. JV 52 crossing the line for the 79th Rolex Sydney Hobart. As the sun sets, we have a whole nother day to go tomorrow. There's 75 boats still in the race, and this will be the 7th to finish. So we will still have 68 racing after Smuggler crosses the line. You can see the finish line here coming into frame. Coming in on a beautiful angle here on port tack. And here they come into the line. And Smuggler takes 7th place on line honours and likely second in IRC Division 1. Hugs on board. Congratulations to Sebi Bomb on completing his 10th Rolex Sydney Hobart. Macca on the back. Big thumbs up, his 35th. What an achievement. Big woohoos from Juzzy on the back. I imagine that this jib and mainsail will come down reasonably quickly. Usually first to the bar, first to pack up. They've got it down to a fine art. They will do a little bit of a swing by Taste of Tassie, I would guess. Oh, breeziest it's been for a little while. We did have very different direction, more in the south for the finish of Whisper. They reach in. It's now Western Quadrant even coming straight down off Mount Wellington, which is just brutal. Big hugs with Sevi and his crew there. Leave you here with the live now, ladies. We try our best interview with Sevi. Stay tuned. There's more to come from Sailor Girl HQ. All of our wraps from the pitches this afternoon with interviews as well. All of our wrap packages and plenty of photos. And of course, more to come tomorrow. See you soon.